Okay, I'm going to do a quick little demo of what homework 3 should look like when it's all working and functional. Before I do that, I'm going to point out just one little change I just made to the course notes for Unit 10. The video has not been updated. Okay, they have changed actually the way Stringify works recently. Okay, so instead of having the object.stringify, you now use JSON.stringify the same way you use JSON.parse. In many ways, this will make it less confusing, but I just wanted to point that out to you. Okay, so homework 3. Okay, so this is an example of homework 3. I just am going to pretend I just now loaded the page for the first time. And when I do that, I get a table all nicely formatted with Bootstrap, and I get a form where I can add new employees. Now, some of the functionality I have here, you don't necessarily need to have, but you know, it's okay. So I'm going to add Mickey Mouse as a new employee, and then I'm going to add Donald Duck as another new employee. I guess Mickey should have a higher salary than Donald. I have the ID being entered. Of course, you can do whatever you want there, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, and notice as I'm adding employees, the names, the employee list is being changed. Okay, but if I refresh the page, all of that work I just did went away. None of it was saved, even in the browser. Okay, so when I refresh, I want actually to at least remember what I had in the browser before. You can imagine how this would be helpful for like a shopping cart. So I'm going to enter Mickey again, and we'll give him the same salary. And I'm going to also enter Donald. And his old salary. Okay, so now I have Mickey and Donald entered. And when I hit this Save Data button, this is part 3, I believe, of the homework assignment. Okay, nothing is necessarily going to change on the screen, but the data will actually get saved to a cookie. Okay, so in Firefox, it might look a little different, but if you go to the Inspect or the Debugger tools, whatever you have, and my cookies here are under the Application tab, and if I look at cookies, okay, I can see that all of my cookies have been saved internally. Okay, so I can't move my mouse or it'll go away, but you can see that Mickey and Donald are there at the bottom of the list. Okay, so and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add Minnie as well. And I'm going to, maybe I'm just going to leave her name blank. I have a little bit of functionality in here that says you can't add unless every field is accounted for. Now, Minnie's pretty awesome, so I'm going to give her a nice large salary. She's been added here. Okay. And now her information hasn't been saved. Again, event-driven programming, nothing is going to happen unless I actually click an event. So I'm going to refresh my browser, okay, and I come back to the starting point, and I think, oh, that's a bummer. I've lost all of my new employees, okay, but now with the Load Data button, okay, I can actually get the information from the cookie. Okay, so I get my pop-up here. This is actually sort of a debugging thing, but it's nice to have. Data's been restored from the cookie. You can see that Mickey and Donald are added back in, but Minnie was not, because I did not save after I had entered her information in. So let's add Minnie back in here, save. She's going to be saved to the cookie, and then when I refresh and load, okay, there we have all of our employees, including the most important ones at the bottom there.